Print Factory back live on a Wednesday afternoon here, talking NFL Week 3. Kind of a first look betting here with my guy, Big T. Only a two-man booth today. No ODB. Had some stuff going on. So, Big T, it's just me and you. We got to hold down the fort for old ODB. What's going on, man?
Yeah, week 3, we're already in it. Football just goes so fast. We were talking about it before the show, but I mean, it just cruises. Like you start the week, we do the Print Factory. Thursday, you got the showdown. Friday, you're doing other stuff, college football, MMA. And then Saturday, you're in it. You got all the sports. Sunday, you got NFL. Monday, you got NFL. It's great, though. If you like action, it's the best.
You think it's because we just love football, so we just feel like it flies by because that's kind of how it is. Like when you don't love doing something, it like drags. And when you do like doing it, it feels like it flies by. Is it something like that?
And you're just busy. I mean, it's like at a normal job where, like, if you're busy all day, the time flies. If you're like slow, the time goes so slow. And we're just busy. Like every day we're working on. Really, Tuesday is the only day that we don't have a ton going on. There's still baseball and stuff, but it's really one day a week that we're not really getting after it. But it is the best, like you said. You get the matchups, you watch it all play out, and then you reset. One day to reset, and then you're right back in it with new matchups, new injuries, new value plays. We're going to get our first week this week where you just get some extreme value spots. The injuries are in, and yeah, let's keep it going. How are we doing our picks last week?
So we'll go through that, and I want to go through also everyone else's picks because I'm going to show this off right here. You can see it on the screen, but we went, just for the record, I know I had a rough day. I went 0-3. Big T went 2-1, and ODB went 2-1 based off of what I'm looking at right here.
We were 1-2 last week, though, right? So we're back to 3-3.
Yes, you guys were 1-2 both last week.
You put up a little
over? I put up a stinker. I gotta come back strong here with the next one.
Who was the plays so I can remember? Who was our plays? Who'd you have?
So you had the 49ers, the Chargers, and then your loss was the under in the Tennessee game. That game went over.
What was the score?
Yeah.
What was the final on that one?
It was like 31-18 or some shit like that. It went over.
I like that one a lot.
And then ODB's loss was the Steelers, obviously.
I love the Steelers, and they were horrible.
Yeah, he talked me into loving the Steelers too. And yeah, what are you gonna do? But all right. So last week we did this where we asked you guys who your 3 winners were and to post them in the comments section. And we got 3,000 views and only 25 comments. And I'm like, Tony, maybe people just don't know where the comment section is under this YouTube. And of course, where the like button is. 178 likes. Let's get that up this week. If you could, this is the like button right here. Simple. Just click it. Boom. See, click it. See how easy that is? Takes 1 second. And then the comment section right here. Type in your 3 winners. Tony, I want to do this again. I want to run this back this week. 3 winners. By the spread. Obviously, if you want to take an underdog at the money line, we are going to, we would give plus points because we had a few winners this week, but we're only going to pick 1, right, Tony? We're only going to pick 1, or are we giving it to 2?
It depends on how impressed. Oh, for last week?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked your
I like 2 because there were 2 guys that went 3 for 3. There was like 4 or 5 guys that went 3 for 3, but there were 2 guys that went 3 for 3 and gave us 2 money line underdogs. Even though they were slight, they were still good calls. So I want to give it to Brian D89 is the first one. He had Bengals -3.5, Patriots underdog money line slightly, and then Tampa Bay underdog money line. I like that. And then New England, the Eagles -1.5, and the Falcons right here from Raz. I don't even Lynette Tizzy. I don't know if I said that right, but I'm gonna give that one a go. But if you guys watch this show, even if you watch it on like rewatch later on, if you're not live, just shoot Big T a message. I'm gonna say this very clear with your full name and your information, aka your address. Tony, am I missing anything in that statement?
No, but it's harder than it sounds when you say it because hardly anyone ever does it.
All right, so I just want to say it. So those are the two winners. We're gonna run this back again. Shout out to you guys. You guys are gonna get a full gear package courtesy of us at Run Pure Sports. But if you want some gear, all right, this is all you got to do. 3 winners under this YouTube video that you're watching this week. Type your 3 winners in. It's super easy. You like the Eagles this week? Bang, Eagles. Whatever. I don't care who it is. Type them in. Post the comment. 3 winners. It can be underdogs. It can be, the spread. It can be an over-under. We don't care, right, Tony? 3 winners. Post them, and we'll pick someone for a gear package. That's as easy as it is. So that's enough of that.
We got new hats coming too. I've been working on these new hats, and within a couple of weeks, we're gonna have a bunch of new hats. So it's the time to win.
Everyone likes new hats.
What's Vincent got going on here though? So he said my picks were ass. He said Jags hit what? Jags didn't hit shit. They couldn't even beat the Bengals without Burrow.
Jags wasn't the score the Jags 31-27 Bengals or my
Bengals definitely covered. And then ODB said that the Eagles were easy, but it wasn't that easy. I mean, the Chiefs had the ball and they were going. I mean, it wasn't like I was sweating a little. I had the Eagles. I was sweating a little.
Yeah, I mean, at halftime, I bet them again, but I felt pot committed because I definitely that was one of my. Obviously, ODB had the first pick and he took the Eagles, so I couldn't take the Eagles. But that was one of my favorite bets too on the board. So I thought it was gonna be easy. I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating the whole thing. But Tony, I was thinking about this.
Go to the scoreboard, Vincent. I cashed my Bengals ticket. Go check the score, Vincent.
It's 31-27. Am I taking crazy pills?
Whatever the score, I don't know what the score was, but I know the Bengals covered.
No. We're not doing this. I'm pulling this thing up right now.
It doesn't matter because I know the Bengals covered.
Up right now.
They were down
31-27, Vincent. I'm pulling this up for Vincent right now. I'm screen sharing. Hold on.
I mean, you don't need to screen share a score. He's got to freaking go to the.
Come on, Vincent. Look at that score. It says 31-27 right there. Come on. Unreal.
Yeah,
look at Joe's face, by the way. He's not happy, Joe Burrow's face on that picture.
I'm sure he's not. I mean, man.
Sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up prematurely.
2-0. You are what your record says you are.
That's right, man. You're 2-0 right there. That's right. It's a good point. So you got it. You get 2 wins. No Joey B for the next 3 months. Who knows though? Maybe it's Jake Browning season. We'll find out as we get there. But yeah, Vincent goes fuck. I love that shit. Johnny, I want a sweatshirt.
Come on, Vinny Chase.
Johnny, I want a sweatshirt at least. Went 3 for 3, baby. Matty Ice, you go 3 for 3. Did you post them? Did you give me money line underdogs? I just took the 2 guys I saw with two money line underdogs. That's honestly what I did. So, but all right, you'll have a chance this week, Matty Ice. We'll see if you can go 3 for 3 again. Big T, you want to hit on the Thursday night game real quick? Because obviously we're going to do a show, but we can talk about it real quick. Dolphins, Bills, first game up here, 12.5 point spread, 49.5 total here. Miami back and forth with New England. Dolphins just pounded the Jets. I mean, what are we doing here? I feel like the Dolphins have struggled in this matchup a lot. I think their last win was in 2022 against the Bills. What are we doing with Bills and Dolphins?
Yeah, I mean, for us, there's just no way we're not on Buffalo in this spot. They've dominated Miami lately. Like you, I think they have. I haven't actually looked the score up, but in my head, they have dominated this series. And this year, Buffalo looks really good. Miami looks bad. I don't see how on a short week. The only reason at all why I could talk myself into Miami is just because the short week factor, I guess, where they're familiar with each other, blah, blah, blah. But I just can't. First of all, I hate big spreads like this usually. But I think Buffalo just rolls them. They're so much better. So I think it's a simple game. The only thing at all I worry about is that it's in division. It's a short week. And it's just a big spread. I mean, they could be up 17 in the fourth quarter, give up a touchdown and not cover. So it's not going to be one of my favorite Thursday night games of all time. We'll talk about it more on the Showdown show tomorrow, but it seems like a somewhat challenging spot as far as betting.
Yeah, I kind of like the under. The 49.5 seems like a high spread. So, the Bills are going to run the football. If you watch that Jets game, they took their foot like way off the gas too when they get up like that. And I mean, they settle for field goals. It's just like when they don't feel like they need to, like if it's the Ravens game, that's when you see the Bills like fully nuke. But when you have an inferior team, like I think the Dolphins are, the Bills just, they're fine winning, not that crazy and not really pushing it as much. And you could kind of see it in the game last week. That's kind of what they did. So yeah, I would like the under. I'm with you. I don't really feel crazy about the big spread, even though if you made me pick, I'd take the Bills just because I don't trust the Dolphins. But that's enough. We'll talk about that game more in depth tomorrow on the Showdown show. Same time, same place here. Make sure you hit the like button on the video if you could, and subscribe to the YouTube channel over at Run Pure Sports. Let's get to my Packers here against the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. Tony, 8.5 point spread. It's a 41.5 total. And the one thing I want to say about the Browns initially is the game last week against the Ravens, it looked way worse than it actually was because that offense for Cleveland, they just couldn't do anything. So it just felt like Cleveland's defense was like out on the field. And I don't know the exact numbers, but it just felt like they were always out on the field. And they did a good job in the beginning of kind of slowing that Ravens offense down. But in the end, it was just like too much. And I think they just got worn down. But man, the Cleveland defense is very good, in my opinion. It's just more, their offense. And I think their offense is going to struggle again here against Green Bay. Like Green Bay is getting a ton of pressure on these quarterbacks. Joe Flacco is a statue out there. They dealt with Jaden Daniels. This is like the complete opposite. Now they get Joe Flacco in the pocket. I don't know how I can take Cleveland here, but it is a weird spot in Cleveland. 8.5 point spread. I just can't do it. I don't love it, but I would lean the Packers at the 8.5. I just think they're so much better. Where are you at, Tony?
Yeah, I mean the Packers just look really good. Obviously, I'm not a huge Packers guy, but they just have looked good. It's just the truth of the matter that they're going to get injured like they always do. Jaden Reed's already hurt. They'll get banged up just like always. But as of right now, especially their defense, I mean, their defense just looks so nasty. This does look like an easy game on paper. Cleveland, the way they play, Green Bay, the way they play. But it is still a road spot for a team like Green Bay. And you said a lot. I think Cleveland's defense is solid. It's just their offense. They just don't have enough. There's not enough options. So looks like a teaser game to me. You can tease it 7.5 down to 1.5. I don't love this spot though. Like this isn't going to be one of my games of the week. I think we talked about on the Sunday show too with Njoku and Fannin, like similar numbers too when it shook out. I don't think either one of them scored. They both had something like 4 for 40 or
Fannin had almost 10 somehow. He had 9.8. I don't know how.
Yeah, so maybe he had like 4 for 50 or something. Whatever it was very similar between the two of them though. Like both like 9 points or not 10 points, like you said, right in there. I don't know. I don't love Green Bay in this spot though. It's a low total. Actually, I think I like the under is what I would like because I don't see Green Bay scoring a ton of points in this spot. Like you said, Cleveland's D is going to get pressure. It's a little bit of a trappy spot. Green Bay's come off a few pretty big games and look good. Both their games were primetime, right? Or no, was that Minnesota?
Minnesota's both games were prime time. Yeah,
both prime times. Either way, they just have looked good. Everyone is talking up Green Bay. The odds moved. I like the under. I'm gonna go with the under. If I had to pick a side, I think I'd pick Cleveland plus the 7.5. But I like the under more than the side.
Yeah, I can get it. I can get on board with the under in that game for sure. I mean, Both teams' defenses are really good, so I like that call on the under here. New York and Tampa, next game out here, 7-point spread. Bucks favored at home. And the big news here is Justin Fields officially out with a concussion. Tyrod Taylor will start for the New York Jets, Tony. Somehow Tyrod is just still chugging along as a backup in the NFL, Tony. I don't know how. It feels like he's been in the NFL forever, but man, he's back, and he's going to start for the Jets, who could not do anything against the Bills last time out. Just literally could not move the football except for a few Justin Fields runs. Like, that was it. Like, that was their offense. Like, they had nothing for the Bills. Now they get the Bucks in Tampa. What do you think, old Tyrod? Do you think Tyrod can keep them in this game?
So with the veterans like that, like Tyrod, I mean, how long's for this dude been in the freaking league? I mean, he was at Virginia Tech like when Michael Vick was there. It feels like how long he's been there. So
was it Michael or Marcus? I can't remember when he was there.
Marcus. I was exaggerating a little, but still, you get the point. It's been a while for Tyrod, and with veterans, though, I always say, like, I think they're better short-term than people think and way worse long-term than people think. Like, if he's the quarterback the rest of the year, they're going to be awful. But for, like, a week or two, like, you can put it together, and he's just a vet. Like, he's not going to totally kill you. The problem is Tampa Bay's just good, and they didn't play great on Monday night, or was it Sunday night? Sunday or Monday night, whenever Monday night. They didn't like play amazing, but Baker Mayfield just wins games. He just, when it comes down to it, he's got that it gene where you just know he's going to scramble, almost like Mahomes in a way. He's going to scramble for first downs. He's going to make clutch passes. He's just clutch. And
he's going to fake an injury and then get up and scream in your face like he did on that run.
Injury and get up and get the chainsaw out. He's going to give you the full gauntlet of stuff. And man, the Jets just, I'm interested just because of the backups this week. Like Tyrod, I would actually like the Jets more with Tyrod in this spot just because Fields, man, we love Fields for fantasy because he can run. But, whoo, is he bad throwing that football. I think he had 3 completions or something again this week after last week. And the crazy part was, and this is the funny part about fantasy, which we're not going to go too far into on this show, but last week he's 1% owned. No one plays him. Crushes, which Fields can crush or be terrible. This week I heard he was the cash game guy in a lot of places, optimals, which how can you go from 1%? I say this on the wood every week. How can you go from 1% to cash game option the following week? Like, that doesn't make sense in my head. It just shouldn't be like that. Granted,
it's recency bias. It's small sample size, recency bias. Yeah.
And then everybody got what they deserved by playing him. Like, if you played him, and that goes for every week with Justin Fields. If he's chalky, he's a bad play. If he's 1%, he's a good play. And I don't care who they play. They could be playing any team. But Tyrod is going to throw better, though. So guys like Garrett Wilson and some of the, like, pass-catching options are going to be better off. I kind of like the Jets +7. Coming off an ugly game. It's not going to be one of my picks of the week or anything, but if I had to pick, I think I kind of like the Jets +7.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know how I feel. I think I agree with you though that like for a small sample for a vet, like they're probably better off in the short term. So like if I'm going to like Tyrod, I should like him the first couple games. Like, let's say he only plays, I don't know if he's only going to play this week or if he's going to, but like, you're right. I should like him earlier because once teams start to see it, they figured it out. You know, once they get more of a sample of him, they'll figure it out. But yeah, I mean, I guess this won't be a game that I put my, you know, put it on the line here, but I guess I would lean with the Jets.
Our dude's back. Yo Mama's fave from Sunday. I think it was the Sunday show.
Yo Mama.
My boy Travion limping to a 6. It was so frustrating, Yo Mama's. Like, I can already tell you this guy's going to kill me all year too because I just can't help myself with him. And he's one of those guys that I just feel like's way more talented than he's going to get for his role. It's gonna sucker me in so many of these weeks. And
Did you see the Vrabel thing where it was like, yeah, we designed that play for Travion, the pass
and it
play.
makes it even more tilting. And it's just he missed one pass block, and he had a bad pass block, and then he get benched, and then Antonio Gibson's playing over him, and it's like, oh,
dude, that's the experience you're gonna get with Vrabel and these tough coaches. Like, they are going to do that shit, and it's gonna
kill
annoy
me
the
though,
shit out of
man.
you.
Because one of these weeks he's going off, and
Well, you know that this week, like, it's gonna be the week, like, after you played him, and no one's gonna want to play him, and then all of a sudden he's gonna go off, and you're gonna be so tilted you didn't play him.
I mean, I'm gonna play him every week, so I'm not gonna be tilted. I'm not giving up on him.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's 100% good, but
that hurt me. It hurt me, yo mama.
It's gonna kill you because he's gonna have these games where they just play over him and they play 3 guys and then he'll break out. But yeah,
it was even more tilting, like how good when your guy like doesn't get the run like that and the team crushes. So like the coach was right. It makes it even more tilting when you want your guy, but then it works out for him.
It's the worst. 100%. All right, next game here. I think one of the better overall matchups in games, maybe not from a fantasy perspective, but from a real life perspective. Rams and Eagles here, 3.5 point spread. Rams underdogs in Philly, 44.5 total. And I've been very clear about, and I think you're kind of with me with the Rams and how much I like them from a season-long perspective. I think they're just one of those teams. They have it on all the levels, right, Tony? They've got good coaching. They've got good quarterback or great quarterback, good skill position or great skill position players, and then they have a great defense. Like, they hit everything that I want. If that O-line can just hold up and not let Matthew Stafford get killed, like, they're gonna go far, I think, in the playoffs this year. But they were one of the teams that gave the Eagles, I think, their toughest toughest matchup last year in the playoffs, and I don't even think it was close. They had a chance to win that game. It was like a blizzard out too at one point in that game going to the end, and they still, oh man, they had a chance to win that game. And I think they're still going to be like the toughest task for the Eagles in these top tier teams in the NFC. So 3.5 points. I get the hook too with a team that I'm super high on. I'll take the 3.5 with my Rams. I'm a big, and honestly, the Eagles, they've looked different this year. And I don't know if it's just like the Super Bowl high and they're still like really, really good, but they're just like kind of just, flowing through the regular season to start. I mean, they're still winning games. They still beat the Chiefs, right? They still beat the Cowboys. They're 2-0. But they just looked a little different, not as dominant to start the year. And I think the Rams could catch them. So I wouldn't be shocked if the Rams outright won the game. But I do like them with the 3.5. What do you like here?
Yeah, definitely Rams. I love it. Last week we talked about it, but it was a trappy spot in Tennessee. I got talked into taking Tennessee by myself, not blaming anyone else. I just talked myself into it. I hate Tennessee. I got what I deserved because the Rams went in and just handled them on the road in a tough spot too, which I was impressed. I mean, Tennessee might be the worst team in football. There's a decent chance they are. But I was impressed how just the Rams just handled them. And I went on that tangent I think it was the Sunday show. All our shows blend together now. But where Puka, man, he's just so good. Like, if he stays healthy, he's just so good. And I know people scoffed at it a little bit that I think he could be the best receiver in football. Like, he's not as talented as Jefferson and Chase and these guys like that.
Neighbors
a beast too. I mean, these guys are all beasts. You're splitting hairs.
Beast. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, Puka, man.
Yo, what about this though, Tony? What about this though? If I just dropped Puka on the New York Giants and I threw Malik Neighbors in Sean McVay's offense or Chase, how good would they be? Seriously.
I mean, it's tough to say. You could have a better spot than like where Chase is now. And I just think Puka's
No,
always.
I'm saying though, you give him that system, you give
I
him
think
that
it would be
offense.
similar. Like I think they're all amazing. Like they're all just amazing, no matter where they
I'm
go.
saying Puka wouldn't be. I don't think he'd be as good as what you're
You think
saying
the
right
Rams
now.
is just the best possible system?
Dude, do you remember them making Cooper Kupp like the greatest receiver ever 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, that was the same staff that gets Jefferson open every play too, and now Jefferson's struggling a little bit. Like it's the same.
Jefferson's struggling a little bit. The Rams have a bigger sample
It's
size
all
though than the
splitting hairs,
Jefferson.
anyways. All these guys are freaking
Yeah.
awesome. My
I
point
know
is,
you don't.
Puka
I
is
know you don't
amazing.
like. I know you don't like the coaching stuff as much. I'm just saying.
No, I mean
when
they're
you
good coaches. I'm just like Puka's not in a better spot than Jamar Chase with Burrow. Like it's, I mean, it is what it is. But they're all freaking good.
wait,
I don't
why?
need to
Why?
talk about
Matthew
this.
Stafford's a top 5 quarterback.
Oh God, I mean, point being,
What?
we both love the
He's a
Rams.
top 5 quarterback. Don't you dare disrespect Matthew Stafford on the show. I won't allow it. I won't allow
I
it.
need to post that list we were talking about.
Yeah. Why haven't you posted that list?
I got Stafford 14th on this
Oh
list.
my God. That's disgusting. That is absolute. We're clipping that. Clip that right now.
I got a Deshaun Watson's ahead of him.
Oh my God. Oh, please post that list, dude. Please.
I'm
That's gonna be one of your best posts in a while.
It's
bro.
a great list, dude. Looking back,
so
it was
good.
so terrible. It makes it so good.
You got Deshaun Watson's ass over Matthew Stafford.
You'll never guess who I got number 2 too. It makes sense because back then he looked like better than he should have been, but number 2 is hilarious. One was the only one I got.
Who you got? Josh Rosen? Who you got up there? Josh Rosen.
It's a dude that won. He's a guy that won a Super Bowl, and yeah.
He's a guy that won.
If you looked at week 2, you would have been like, maybe my list is right.
He's a guy that won this. Is he still playing? Is he still playing quarterback?
Yeah. He had 4,000 yards in week 2.
He had 4,000 yards in week 2.
And he won a Super Bowl.
Fuck. I'm blanking. Damn
Matty
it.
Ice knows. Russ, baby. Corny Russ.
Wait,
Russ.
You loved Corny Russ? I feel like
in that peak Seattle. No, when Seattle won the Super Bowl and lost in the Super Bowl, I loved Russ. I thought he was good for sure.
Okay.
Since then, he's been horrific. Like terrible since then. But
this list is gold, bro. This list is gold right here.
The only thing that's right on it is Mahomes is 1. Josh Allen was 5 at the time. I think that's pretty good, actually. 5. Yeah. Big Ben was 6.
I mean, Big Ben was good for a while.
Some of them are hilarious, though. Like Ryan Tannehill was ahead of Joe Burrow. I mean, there's
Ryan Tannehill.
Deshaun Watson was up there. I mean, it's a funny list. But back to this before we talk forever again. I love the Rams, and I love. We're not talking all the fantasy, but I love Puka versus this Eagles defense. Props and everything. The Rams are going to be one of my favorite plays of the week for sure.
It feels like the CD Lamb play from week 1 against the Eagles, where like you got one really good corner, but who are you going to put him? You going to put him on Devontae? You going to put him on, Puka? It's probably Devontae he goes on, and if that's the case, and Puka's just moving all around and shit, then he's probably going to crush. I forget. Didn't he have a good game in the playoffs too? I can't remember.
Sure he did. I don't remember without looking either, but I'm sure he did.
I feel like he did. But yeah, it sounds like we're both on the Eagle or the Rams. Do you like the Rams money line or the Rams plus 3?
I like the money line. Yeah, plus 165. I like that. Or what? It's one. I swear it was just 165 a second ago because I just looked to bet.
Because it was plus 160 on the screen. Now it's plus 150.
I literally just bet it at 160. Like
I know. I'm telling you, that changed on the screen. I saw it. Like it's sharp. Get in on the Rams now.
Puka had 6 for 97 in the playoff game.
6 for 97. I'm telling you though, I think he missed on some big plays.
Saquon had 200 yards.
Dude, it was a blizzard out there. Everyone was slipping in.
I remember the weather was terrible.
Do you remember Kyron with the fumble when he got ahead of the defense? Do you remember that? And then that was the game. That was the game, if I remember correctly. I might be totally off on that, but All right. I don't want to talk about it anymore because it still tilts me. I had a lot of Rams futures last year. Falcons and Panthers, 5.5 point spread here. The dreaded 5.5 point spread for old Big T here, and a 43.5 total. You're going to notice this whole slate, Tony, we just have 43.5 to 44.5 totals everywhere on the board, like every single where, outside of a few outlier games, the main slate is just 43, 44 all over the board. And this is just another one in division game. Panthers have not looked good. By the way, that was like one of the weirdest endings to a game with the Panthers and the Cardinals. I don't want to get like too far into it, but I mean, they were getting pounded. They were just horrible. And then all of a sudden, they're like within a score. I don't even understand. I felt like I looked away because I was watching the game, but I felt like I looked away from my screen for like 5 minutes and then came back, and they went from like down 20 to being like within one score. And I'm like, what? How did this happen? I don't even know how that happened. But one thing I will say about this game is I do feel like, the Falcons are the better team for sure. But this feels very trappy to me. It just feels very trappy. I know Bryce Young has been bad. But I don't know. I think it could be good for fantasy, but obviously we're talking from a betting side. And I kind of like the over. I think this game goes over. So I definitely like the over. I think that's my favorite bet in this game because my head is telling me to take the Panthers, and I don't want to listen to it at that 5.5 number. So maybe you could get me to talk myself into the Panthers here at 5.5, but I like the over 43. I think there's points in this game here.
Yeah, I mean, if there's spots I like that I will always like until the end of time, it's Atlanta was just playing Monday night, right? Monday night or Sunday night? I keep getting stuff confused. Monday night.
They played Sunday night.
Sunday night. I knew it was one of the two. Sunday night.
Yep.
And Carolina's not a public team. Atlanta looked awesome. By the way, how awesome was it that the kicker didn't know who the stud was? Like, just freaking, did you see that whole interview?
Yeah.
He's like, I know Bijan. He had no idea who the other
no
was.
Bijan. Did he call him by the wrong name? It's Bijan, right?
Yeah, I mean he might. I didn't even notice that part. That could be too though. But that was freaking awesome. But Atlanta looked amazing. Minnesota was horrible though. Carolina, like you said, they got an onside kick at the end. They almost backdoor won. But you give me my 5.5 number at home. Atlanta looks a little inflated right now to me. Carolina's probably a little underrated. I love Carolina here. Plus the 5.5, plus 190. I like the money line as well. I could be talked into the over for sure because I think Atlanta's defense is a little overrated. But I love the Carolina side. Like
they had a great win. I don't want to poo-poo the Minnesota win because it was
a great win for sure. I like Minnesota,
but my God, was JJ McCarthy terrible?
He was so bad.
Oh my God! But again, I don't want to take away from the win, and obviously, I like the Vikings last week. Was totally wrong.
Our boy.
Yes, we talked about it, man. Did you skip the beginning of the show?
We gave you your flowers, Brian.
Yeah, we talked about it, man. You were one of the two that won gear packages. So, Brian, send Big T a DM, Discord, Twitter, whatever you want, at Big T44 DFS on Twitter. Your info, meaning your full name and your address. If that's not clear enough, I just want to make sure it's very clear there. But shout out to you for winning it. I am glad to. Love the RPS logo. Appreciate you for watching.
Adam, what's How's nose mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. No idea. Take it away from Brian. He just got here. I won't take away shit from you, Brian. Don't worry. He just got here. He just came in. Yeah, we went over it at the beginning. You can keep watching, then look back at it later. But we went over it at the beginning. But shout out to you for winning. Make sure you DM Big T. All right. Sounds like you might be talking me into a little Panthers love, but I do like the over here. So that'll be my play. Let's go to the next game here. Pittsburgh in New England. I think the Steelers, for me, have to be one of the more disappointing sides, at least to my weekend, outside of the Vikings, which was, for me, the most disappointing was the Vikings. I think the second most might have been the Steelers. It's a 1.5-point spread. Man, they've given up some points, though, Big T, in week 1 and 2. And to not teams that you would expect. I mean, we're talking about the Jets, who put up 30+, and Sam Darnold-led Seahawks, who I know you're super low on for the season. And they put up, I think, 30 points plus. So, I mean, I know New England's not great either. I don't think they're going to be good. I think everyone was kind of overblowing how good the additions would be in year 1 with all these additions. But man, is the Steelers D just not as good as we thought?
Man, I expected a ton of value in that spot last week. I jammed the Steelers defense a ton in fantasy. I it's not often I have a strong conviction and just it goes totally the other way. I had a strong conviction about the Steelers defense bouncing back. I felt like they were going to crush Seattle, Darnold, and I was just totally wrong. I mean, Seattle got whatever they wanted. And Pittsburgh, you said it. We got to make adjustments each year. Why I like doing this show every year, every week. You got to make adjustments quicker than the field. And it doesn't mean this is true. Pittsburgh's defense could still be good. You got to always give it a few weeks to before you totally settle in. But don't let your preseason thoughts stretch too far through the season. And it happens to all of us. It happens to me. It happens to JSU. There's always some takes we have that 10 weeks in, we're still standing by, like Pittsburgh's defense is great or whatever we might say. Sometimes it's just not true. And the Steelers defense looked really, really, really bad the first 2 weeks. So they're going to have to show me something. And the total in this game, you talked about how they're all mid-40s. This game's mid-40s. And it feels like these two teams, it should feel lower. It feels like they set it high. Knowing these defenses stink.
Don't you feel like it should be 41.5 like some of these other games?
That's what I would have guessed.
Yeah.
I have to like New England in this spot. I have to like the over in this spot. And you know what? If I go the wrong way on Pittsburgh every week and I like the defense the first 2 weeks and then I go against them here, maybe they flip it back, but I'm going with my read here that the Steelers defense just looks terrible. I don't think it's an overreaction either. They just looked really, really, really bad. And could they look good against New England? Absolutely. But Drake May looks pretty good. I don't know. I have to like New England here. I think Pittsburgh just looks like dog water a little bit out there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Drake. I wouldn't go crazy on Drake May through 2 weeks. He's had an up and down, I think, first 2 weeks. But if Fields and Darnold can do what they did, then I think Drake May 100% could do it. And like you said, I feel like this line should be or would have been 41.5, but it's 44.5, and I feel like it's due to the fact that maybe they're coming back a little bit on. Are the Steelers that good? How good are they? Is this defense that good? And we know New England's honestly not that good either. I mean, the Dolphins put up points on them, and we know how disastrous that Dolphins team is. So this might just be 2 bad teams, Tony. And when you get 2 bad teams, sometimes you get big scoring. You know what I mean? So I could see this thing going over. I kind of like the over here. In terms of the side, I think I'd go with New England at home if you made me pick. But these are 2 teams that I'm pretty low on, to be honest with you. So I'm more on the over here, though, just because of that fact. But I do notice that when you said your spiel about not letting, preseason biases hold us down for long, you did implement my name in there, and I could tell you were
stubborn with takes.
You were signaling me when you said that, and
I was signaling myself too because I do it too.
Yeah, but you're not as stubborn as I am.
With some stuff like Travion Henderson, I'm going to be stubborn, and it's going to kill me almost every week. So
Yeah, I agree. I think he meant dog shit.
No,
I think that's what
I
he
don't
meant.
cuss.
That's what I'm saying though. You don't cuss, but you wanted to say dog shit. You just don't cuss. So you would
Is
have if
that
you did.
worse than dog water?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess it is.
I'd rather, yeah,
So
you're right. Dog water's got to be better.
it's got to be. All
Yeah.
right. Let's move to the next game that I feel like I
Let's
know
go, Hobbs. Let's go, Hobbs. Carson Wentz, baby, number
we're
number
not
four
there yet,
quarterback.
Hobbs. We're
Woo,
not there yet,
woo.
Hobbs. We're here. We're at this point of the show. Tony wants to get to the Carson Wentz point of the show, but we're at this point, the Danny Dollars week incoming part of the show here, Tony, where the Colts are 4.5-point favorites in Tennessee. It's a 43.5 total in this one. The Colts have been the most, I think, surprising team from the quarterback standpoint the first 2 weeks with Daniel Jones. They beat the Broncos. It was, I mean, I want to be clear. They won the game. They were in the game. They should not have won that game, though. They kicked the field goal. They missed the field goal. And then they give them this like bullshit call. And it was like a personal foul call, too. So they got like 15 yards off of it, which is just crazy to me. And then they kicked the
from a
field
long
goal.
field goal to not a long field goal.
Yeah, it was like a 50-something yarder
60.
to like a
It went from like 60 to 45.
Or whatever it was. Yeah, I thought it was 59 to like 44, whatever it was.
Same difference, yeah.
Same difference. And then, of course, they go from missing it to making it. They win the game. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Daniel Jones against that Denver defense played really, really good. And Jonathan Taylor, through 2 weeks, Tony, kind of looks like maybe the best running back in football. Could I say that? Is that okay to say? I mean, maybe Bijan and Saquon, I guess maybe top 3. But my God, he looks good. Like, what are we doing with this information off of 2 weeks? I mean, I know you like Denver. That win's got to be good in your book, right? Like, what are you doing with this?
Yeah, the Colts, they look solid. And in football, too, every year there's good teams that you think are going to be good end up bad, and bad teams that end up good. It happens literally every single year. And football is one of the only sports I think that happens in, where there's a lot of parity, a lot more parity than you think.
Reminder, everyone hated Washington last year, and then they turned out good. No one saw that coming. Like, it's every year.
Like the Chiefs this year could fall off, like we've been waiting for. It just happens all the time. But Indy, I'm still not totally sold. I mean, Danny Dimes is one I'm not going to overreact to yet, but he does look good. And for the Colts' sake, one thing I'm making a promise on this show right now. I will not take the Titans again the rest of the year. Like, I literally hate the Titans. I'm so glad this number isn't 5.5. The 4.5 makes it feel way better. Imagine
that was a real thing, by the way. People were touting Chase Brown over JT. That was a real thing. It's crazy.
I mean, I think you guys are a little excited about JT.
Fuck the Bengals. Fuck the Bengals.
I'm not taking the Titans ever again. So I'm on the Colts -4.5. I feel pretty good about it too, because I think the Titans, like, I legit think they're probably the worst team in football. So give me the Colts. Let me check my notes on Mr. Ridley. Let's see how he's looking the first 2 weeks.
He's not looking good. He is not looking good.
I got my notes saved.
I will say, though, those are 2 brutal matchups, like literally brutal matchups. So hopefully, okay, Tony, if he throws up a stinker this week, then you can come on and start rubbing it in my face, because my God, him in how do you say his name? A man in your how do you say his name? Emanor. That dude's good. Like, one of those dudes.
That dude's real good. He's better than Ridley.
One of those dudes, though, should have a good week this week.
Emanor he's better than Ridley. Like, he's definitely better than Ridley.
I don't know why my
Don't be showing your password publicly.
Yeah, I almost did it too, real quick. I almost did it too.
People going in there swooping.
Yeah, swooping in. But I just, the one thing I feel like is, I feel like this game also goes over because I trust the Colts offense in a way. Like, I think the Colts are going to be able to put up points. if they can do that to the Broncos, I think they can do that to the Titans, honestly. And so then it just comes down to, can Cam Ward do what he did last week against the Rams? Can he give me 18, Tony? You know what I mean? Can they do that? I think they can. And so, yeah, I mean, I think they could give me 20 even. And if I think they can give me 20, like, I think they can get over this total. So I like the over, but I would pick the Colts in this spot. They've just looked so friggin' good. But I will say, these two teams, they battled. This is a divisional battle the last couple of years with these two teams. And weirdly enough, there's been a couple games where there's been some massive points scored in these matchups. So maybe Tennessee's offense, they finally get something clicking, and we know the Colts offense is clicking. So we get it. Thanks for the password, Jay. You got my password, B-Nair? You figured it out? It's obvious. It's JSU Rab 1234. Obviously, that's obviously the password, right, Tony? Easiest password ever.
Yep. Easy peasy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Nope. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Hobbs. Easy enough.
Somebody just sent me a message in Discord that says, "I'm taking the Titans and I'm whooping you." I like it. Ooh. I respect that. Coming in, making your pick. I like that.
It's a good pick. I like it. Yeah, get in there. Tell him he's gonna whoop both of us.
What do we think about Sam Darnold? He whooped me last week. He whooped me, Goff. Get a logo, though. You can't come in with just a J. You got to, if you're owning me, you got to have an avatar. But Sam Darnold did look good, and he did whoop me last week.
Yeah, Sam Darnold whooped the whole show last week. So did JSN, by the way. JSN's good, though.
JSN can't whoop us. I'm not taking an L on JSN because he's good.
Man, he was good, though,
he's
bro.
Good, though. Like, he's actually good.
Damn it. All right, Raiders, Washington here. Washington at home, 3.5-point spread. And the talk out of Washington is Jaden Daniels, who had I think it was a knee sprain or something like that. They said he's not going to practice till Friday, Tony. So they said at the best, he practiced Friday, and then who knows, like walk through Saturday, good to go on Sunday. I guess
playing.
I don't think he's going to play.
Oh, he's out.
He's not out, though. It's not like official.
He's not playing.
Okay. So Marcus Mariota would then be the starting quarterback for Washington. Tony says he's just out, dead, forget about him.
100%. He's not.
The Raiders, on the other hand,
that's your squad,
really
by the way.
bad.
Of all things, I want you to come back on. This team stinks, and you love them every year.
Which team? Washington?
The Raiders.
No. Wait, last year I liked the Raiders.
You were loving them Monday, too. You're like, oh, I love the Raiders.
No, I like that game. I said I'm playing Geno Smith and Justin Herbert at quarterback.
Yeah.
What was wrong about that? Why, because Geno was bad?
Awful.
Okay, Justin Herbert, wasn't he the highest scoring quarterback on the slate?
There was 4 quarterbacks.
Okay, what do you want me to do? I played 2.
I want you to say that Geno was terrible is what I want you to say.
Geno was terrible. What do you want? Geno was terrible.
That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted.
Geno was terrible, and the Chargers might be the best team in that division.
The Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Like, they're so good.
Oh, God, I hope.
I'm going on record right now. I know we made our preseason picks. I'm picking the Chargers to win the Super Bowl.
You're already changing your pick? Yeah. No, you can't. You have the Bengals. Man. No,
I got to change my pick.
2 weeks in? That's bullshit.
I don't have a quarterback. How am I going to stick with them?
Chat. Tell me if I'm wrong, but if I did this 2 weeks in, I'd be getting crucified.
You can change it right now. You're allowed to change. I still have the preseason pick. That's a loss.
His quarterback might come back week 18. He might be ready by then.
My team's win total is 7.5 now.
Dude, playoff push, bro. Joe Burrow's coming back for the playoff push. You're already dead on your Bengals, like they're dead?
At any point, because now week 3, I can say week 3, I picked the Chargers. You're allowed to get in there and change your pick if you want. I already have the Bengals. Oh,
yes. Quentin caught the bomb. Yes, he caught the bomb. He did so much. He caught the friggin' bomb. That annoyed the shit out of me, too, is he caught the second touchdown and not the first touchdown. Drove me nuts.
Actually annoyed me, too.
Drove me nuts. I had 2 parlays, Tony. I did first touchdown for Nico Collins. I love doing this on island games where we get just 2 because I'll do the first touchdown for one and then the first touchdown for the other game. And so I did Nico Collins with Ladd and Nico Collins with QJ. And then Keenan Allen catches the first touchdown. I was so fucking tilted about that for my parlay. I was so friggin' mad. But yes, I did say he was going to drop it. So QJ was a good call by Big T, even though all he did was catch that one big touchdown.
This is where we get sidetracked, though, because it's going to tilt me when I remember.
You sidetracked us by making me take an L on the Raiders.
We nailed that Monday slate, like nailed it. But the one thing, there's always one thing that'll hold you back. Chubb on that last drive.
No, don't even get me started.
So annoying, and I don't even want to talk about it either. So I'm mad I even thought about it.
Yeah, don't even get. I was so. I had his unders. His unders still hit. By the way, I had his unders on pick 6. And by the way, check out DK pick 6. They had some gimmies. They had some boosts for that game. So I had boosts. So I was like, I'll use these boosts. And freaking Nick Chubb, like it was so annoying. He got that, and people were victory lapping it on the chat. I was like, he was terrible in that game, and he still got there. By the way, do you think they let him score, Tony? Do you think that was
definitely on the last play? Think they did.
I think so too.
I mean, those guys were standing straight up. Either that, or they're just embarrassing.
Straight up.
I mean, they had to be letting them.
Literally, no one like moved other than just forward. There was just like nothing. It was just
it was uber tilting because I had in one of my buddies. I'm sure he's watching out there. I'm not gonna. I got the old text again, like this game's going perfectly. Everything's how we want it. And then there goes Chubb just, ooh.
We even talked about Rachaad White on that show. If we were to play a backup, oh man. And then it just.
Those are the slates that bother me. It doesn't bother me to lose. It bothers me when everything goes perfect, except like one thing. And then you just, it's so frustrating.
It was very frustrating because that game was going legit perfectly, and then it just
and it was late too. Like it was late in that game, and then oh man, it was frustrating.
All right, but seeing as you sidetracked us and then tried to blame it on me, like he always does, but we'll get back to this game that we're talking about. When you tried to tell me that they're my Raiders, that was last year. Okay, Washington has Marcus Mariota. Raiders coming off a tough loss. I don't know how much you want to take from the Chargers since you just said you are throwing out your Super Bowl pick and taking the Chargers to win the Super Bowl.
Should I put it in the notepad next to Ridley?
Yeah.
Week 3?
Put that shit in the notepad. So I don't want to hear it if like your Bengals make some miraculous comeback.
I think Herbert might be the best quarterback in football too. He looks so good to me.
I mean,
that's not even that much of a hot take. I'm not saying it is, but I think he looks so good.
Yeah, I think the problem with Herbert is just what I keep saying, which is we've never seen him like fully healthy all year. Like just stay fully healthy.
Again too. Week 4, I'll have to change my pick because he'll get hurt too.
Don't say that. The funny part is in fantasy, we always thought like the running backs just always go down. This year, it's been the quarterbacks. Brock Purdy.
5 of them already hurt. Like it's crazy.
Dude, yeah, it's like 5 of them. Brock Purdy, Justin Fields, Jaden Daniels. We're rolling.
I didn't see this. You get it done. I like that. That makes me feel better about Monday. I like hearing that.
Love that. There you go. Big T getting a little love right there. Appreciate it.
You could always had to have Chubb with all the guys we like. That
had to have.
If we had Chubb, and I'm even more annoyed now. I'm going to go back into it one more time because I'm going to give someone credit in our Discord. I can't remember who it was in our Discord, but he said you have to include Chubb in the player pool because basically his floor is so much higher than the guys like Rashad and Najee and those
guys.
Was
true.
It came to be true. So like if I listen to my own point on Sunday, like why would you take Nick Chubb out? We both didn't like him. Why would you take him out of your player pool though? Just project him for 10 or something and move on, and then you would have had him and it would have been the winner. I'd have had the winner for 14,000, whatever it was. I think it was 14,000. I seen you PSU was in there. I saw you. But I was annoyed by that. So then I can blame myself. I was mad at Chubb first, and then I was mad at myself for not including Chubb, even though I didn't like him. Like, why would we not have Chubb in the player pool when there's 4 teams on the slate? and he's a starter. Like,
You know why? You know why?
I
It
know
was a
why I
bad
didn't,
spot.
because I'm an idiot and I don't listen. Like, it's stupid to
The
not have him
same.
in
It's the same reason why I loved the Lions offense last week, but didn't have Jared Goff in my pool. But I only
there.
liked four
That's the same
quarterbacks.
point. You're right.
It's
That
it's
is
the
the same
same reason.
reasoning. We
And
got to fix these, though. We can't keep making these mistakes. We can't make it. It's stupid.
I had Amon-Ra as like my number one stud tight end in my pool, and like it's the same reason though. It's the same. It's the same
Look at
flawed
that boy. I
thinking.
love this guy. Chubb gave me Chubb. Genty was a hard fade. That's why you won, right? The Chubb over Genty is all the money. That right there was a great
Yep.
move. Great move.
Yeah.
15K. Great stuff.
Love that. Love that shit.
That was literally the one thing, though. So he just nailed it. Like, off Genty, on Chubb, with Arte, you win everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wrote that whole game up. I wrote about it. I said how Jared Goff in the write-up, I do a 3-max sheet, and I do 2 games that I really like to target, and then I do a positions pool underneath it. And I wrote about how Jared Goff was going to be better at home and why he was going to be better and how the run game was going to open up the pass game because they were going to be able to run the football. And it did exactly the way I said it. And I said Amon-Ra was going to crush. Like, everything was written up, and I still didn't play him like a donkey. And it's just the flawed thinking. I gotta fix it. But
your mama's trying to tilt me again, though. Chubb is washed. And then similar to Henry, what is Henry who? Similar to Henry?
Similar to Derrick Henry, like he doesn't.
Henry?
No, I know what he's saying. He doesn't catch passes. He's touchdown or bust. Like, he's not Derrick Henry. He was Derrick Henry before the injury, right, Tony? That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the fact that he doesn't catch passes. Yeah. He's got to get there with touchdowns. But yeah, I mean, he is washed. It's 100%. That touchdown was a gift. But I'm glad that person won 15K off of it. I'm not happy now that he won. But yeah, that was a gift. All right. Stop sidetracking because you don't want to talk about the Raiders in Washington here. 3.5 points. Marcus Mariota, Geno Smith, 44.5 total. Tony, why does this game go under?
I mean, I don't know about the under part, but I know that I like Washington still. The Raiders are another team that I just think stinks. Like, Bowers is hurt too. I just think they absolutely stink. This game reminds me exactly last week of Cincinnati Jacksonville, where you flip the quarterback in. If the quarterback was in, the spread would be 7.5 instead of 3.5. And I'll just take the lower number. We were on the show last week when the news came out and the line moved, and I was like, man, I love getting the lower number. And the same thing here. I love getting Washington. And if somehow Jaden played, the number's going to shoot up and you're going to get it even better. So there's nothing wrong with just laying the 3.5 and taking your chances. It could come down to 3 even. I think it might move to 3. So you can hold out at least for a little bit and see if it goes to 3. I don't know about the total, though. I'll leave the total to you, but I'm on Washington.
Yeah, I just think that we're going to get 2 teams that are maybe not like Washington. For everything that was good last year, there had to be some regression this year. And I think we're seeing it somewhat, not just with Jaden Daniels, but just Washington as a whole. Think about it. Like, things went almost perfectly for that team last year, like the season, right, Tony? Like, you couldn't have thought of a better route for Washington to get to where they got last year. And it came with some very close, wins, and also an aggressive style that can be hit or miss at times, right? With all the 4th downs that they got and went for and were aggressive, which I like. But sometimes variance goes the opposite way on these teams. And I think we're going to see it a little bit with Washington here. But I do like the 44. Like, I don't know how you can trust, if you think Jaden Daniels is hurt, I don't know how you can trust Marcus Mariota. I think Austin Eckler is a big loss to the offense. JCM, Jeremy McNichols, like, they're going to get boosted up into a bigger role, obviously. But, and then the Raiders, I don't know if that offense with that offensive line and Brock Bowers being a little nicked up, I just don't know if they're going to be putting up a big score. I think Washington's defense is not terrible. I think they're decent, honestly. So to me, I think this game goes under. I think that these teams, it's more of a slug it out battle. And, I would take Washington if you made me, but I don't feel comfortable. I feel much better about the total again here. I don't like the over in this spot. I feel like so many games, though, that we talk about, because they have a similar over-under, it's like some games I think are going to go way over the total, and some games I think could go like way under the total and be just disgusting.
One thing I just have never been that good at is totals betting. I just am not big on betting. I like betting sides way better than totals. I just am not good at it. I'll admit it, because I always feel like certain games should go over, but everyone thinks – I hate groupthink. Like everyone, for the most part, obviously there's some games that aren't that way, but I suck at them. That's why people that have watched our show, I have so many more sides than totals.
Yeah, and 2G2 Great says Washington needs to throw the ball downfield more, these little short passes. And again, they do. I think Terry McLaurin, missing camp has a lot to do with it, because he's the downfield guy. That's him right there. And you could kind of see it in the first 2 weeks. They were a little off with some of the deep passes just missing. And I think him missing a lot of camp due to the contract stuff has a little bit to do with maybe what you're saying right there as well. So maybe not all to do with it, but I think a little something to do with that. But all right, let's get to the game that Big T in the whole chat wants to talk about. I know they want to talk about it. It's Carson Wentz at home versus Jake Browning. Cincinnati Bengals, Minnesota Vikings, 3-point spread. It's a 41.5 total. Tony, I know that for fantasy, you're going to be all over this game, but from a betting angle, what do you think about old Carson Wentz here in this spot against the Bengals, who also have a backup quarterback in for their guy?
Yeah, this game's going to be way more fun to talk about on Sunday on the Morning Wood for fantasy, because you got some crazy price points. You got perfect conditions, obviously. As far as the game, I don't know if it's as exciting. Minnesota just looked. I know everyone's blaming McCarthy, and it is a lot of McCarthy's fault, but they looked so bad. I mean, so. In week one, they looked bad, except the fourth quarter. So 7 out of 8 quarters, like you said earlier, they have been horrific. So, again, don't let week 1 and 2 impact you too much, but I think they're one of the teams like Pittsburgh. Minnesota and Pittsburgh are the two teams that, man, I am not super confident in them. And even though the Bengals lost Burrow, I'm not gonna like them in like tough defensive matchups where teams are physical and like they play Denver next week. Like that's a terrible Bengals matchup on like Monday night or something too. The Broncos are gonna pound them. But this week, I think it's a great spot for the Bengals. I think the Bengals go in there and win. Minnesota looks terrible. The Bengals still have Chase. They still have T. They still have Chase Brown. They still have a lot of weapons. And Minnesota looked, I can't even describe how bad they looked. And they have injuries too. A bunch of their guys are injured. I'm on the Bengals for sure. But the total, though, I could be talked into the under actually, because I just don't see Minnesota. I just don't. And Cincinnati likes to run the ball too without Burrow. So I won't be surprised if that. But, man, this game's going to be awesome fantasy-wise. You got Mason in there. You got Wentz in there. Even though I don't like Minnesota, they got some of the best plays on the slate fantasy-wise. So I'll be talking about it Sunday. But for this show, Bengals for me.
Yeah, Minnesota crushed me last week. I think that the status of some of their defensive guys, like they didn't have a few linebackers last week. Darisaw still was out last week. Does he play this week? That's a massive thing for Minnesota, especially going to their next QB in Wentz. If they could get Darisaw back, that'd be a huge upgrade for them for pass and the run game. So right now, it's tough for me to pick. I think I would lean the Vikings, but I want to see with those injuries. I want to see who is in for them specifically when it comes to these linebackers. Is Harrison Smith back, the safety? who's in. So a lot of losses. I would just trust, I guess, more the Flores-led defense against Jake Browning here. But it's not that I trust Carson Wentz. I definitely don't know. That's a wild card, though, right, Tony?
Don't you talk about Carson Wentz like that.
I just did. I mean, you were talking about Matthew Stafford and literally had him as like a top 15 quarterback, and he was like 14.
14th, and Wentz was number 4 and 14.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous here. So I will not be listening to you when it comes to Carson Wentz or any of your homer takes on that. But I do like the under, I think, with you for sure. But
the only thing that can burn us, it sounds crazy to say the under in a Bengals game with a 41 total. Just saying it out loud does worry me a little bit.
That just tells you how little faith we all have in old Carson Wentz and the Bengals.
In the Minnesota defense, I know they held Atlanta down, but Atlanta just loves to play that style where they just like run it into the ground.
They were just pounding the football down. I think
they just knew Minnesota couldn't score no matter what. So they were just like, let's just run it and let's just win this game.
But they weren't just running it. They were having a ton of success running it. They were pounding that football down their throat. They couldn't stop it. It was crazy. That's the other thing, though. I don't think Cincinnati's going to be able to have as much success running the football. So it's going to be more on Jake Browning. That's kind of why I would like Minnesota. But almost done with these 1:00 games. Last game here at 1, Houston and Jacksonville. Jacksonville coming off that tough loss against Cincy. Houston, obviously coming off that tough loss against Tampa. It's a 1.5 point spread. Jacksonville is favored at home. Divisional game, 44.5 total. What are we doing here with CJ Stroud and Trevor Lawrence? Man, CJ Stroud, he looks bad to me. He looks bad.
That outfit looked bad that he was wearing, that jean, whatever that thing was. That looked terrible. But Houston's another team. Who was my teams? Pittsburgh, Seattle, Houston. I think Houston just stinks. And Jacksonville, I still think is a little underrated. So I have to be on Jacksonville here. I have to be. I'm still a little higher. I know Jacksonville lost last week, but I still am higher on Jacksonville. They just have good players. So Brian Thomas isn't going to suck every week. He's eventually going to catch a few of these deep balls. I think he had like 200 air yards or something crazy. No, Uncle T's not outrunning anybody. I actually have a race. I should show that one day, a race on our golf trip. Uncle T raced somebody. I should show that on the golf.
You would goat these people into racing each other. Uncle T, how'd you get Uncle T to race somebody?
That's the kind of stuff that happens on a golf trip. Like sometimes you get called out. What do you mean? You do the same thing. Like when you get called out, you respond.
I can just see you instigating it though. You can't let him talk about you like that, Uncle T. You can't let him do that. I could just see
that's exactly how it went down. Is the funny thing. Start stirring the pot a little bit, but I'm on Jacksonville here. I don't need to waste more time with this game.
Yeah, I don't like this game. I don't like these two teams right now, either of these two teams right now. But my boy Diami, woo, buddy, Diami, right there.
Top off.
Take that top off, buddy. And he lost some production on some plays he just missed on. So. Man, he's a thing. Like he won't be a thing weekly, but he will be a thing. He's going to have more games where he just does stuff like this. So don't forget about old Diami. That's a good point right there. But I'm not a huge fan of Jacksonville, and they are at home. I'm like the Texans haven't really shown me much. That offense, I mean, it's just. Can I say that offense is like Nico or bust? And CJ Stroud missed him. Nico should have had 2 touchdowns for sure. Like CJ Stroud just terrible when they got into the goal line area. Missed on a few touchdowns that I felt like he should have just hit him easily and did not. Even give him a chance, really. You got to give him a chance when you have those one-on-one spots where you're throwing it up like that. You got to give your receiver a chance. It's just crazy with that. But yeah, I'm not huge into Jacksonville either. The one thing though I do like with Jacksonville is I love the way that Liam Cohen is using these running backs. The 2 in, I think, is good. ETN looks way better in this system. So I guess I will lean the Jacksonville side, but not very comfortable. And I think Houston's defense could keep this game under the total, but that's it here for that one. Before we get into the 4:00 games, don't forget, guys, if you haven't checked out runpuresports.com, get over there. If you want all sports, one package, we have the Run Pure Premium package. That'll get you every sport, one price. It'll also get you SaberSim if you want an optimizer. Best opto in the business, SaberSim. Check those guys out. The Run Pure Premium package will get you all sports plus SaberSim as well. So get in for that package. And if you just want the single sport packages, we got you covered there as well. We've got NFL single sport packages. We've got college football single sport packages as well. If you want the football packages, get over and get those packages. Get in the Discord as well. Ask us questions. We're in there. You can shoot us messages in the chats. Let us know if you have anything, about Saber or just questions on the slate. You can shoot it to us right in the chats in the Discord. Big T, next up, Saints and Seahawks, 7.5 point spread. It's a 41.5 total. And man, the Saints, they've been, I'll say this about the Saints. I don't like the Saints as a team, but man, they've been playing hard. I'll give them credit. They've been trying with very little talent at the quarterback position here. If the total's 41.5, the Seahawks just put up 31 on Pittsburgh. I don't know how much you want to take away from that, but what are you seeing here with the Saints? You think the Seahawks at home can put some points up?
I mean, these are the games I just have to take the Saints. I don't think the Seahawks are good. I know they rolled me up last week and actually were pretty impressive in the game, but I agree with you. I think the Saints have played tough. Seattle's going to be a team I'm never going to lay 7.5 with them. I just can't. They could play anybody. I can't lay 7.5 with the Seahawks. So I have to play the Saints. It is a little bit of a scary spot, though. They were like at home last week versus the Niners. Seattle's always been a tough place to play, totally across the country. It is a tough spot for the Saints, but I'm on the Saints. I just cannot lay 7.5 with the Seahawks. If I was on the Seahawks, I would just tease it like I always talk about, tease through the 7, tease through the 3, take it at home -1.5. But I'm on the Saints, and I probably the under too, honestly. 41.5. I like the under a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up all the reasons. This is just a weird spot. I think it's a tough spot. I think it's just a tough spot for the Saints. I hate the line here at 7.5. It's gross, but I just think it's a really tough spot for the Saints here. So I would lean the Seahawks here. And yeah, I guess the under would be the play probably too. So 6.5 would make me feel a lot better. I agree with that. The 7.5 is definitely giving me a little bit of a pause for sure. But yeah, not really a great game to talk about. Saints and Seahawks, two teams that we're definitely lower on in general. But yeah, I know you're big Olave guy, so I don't want to say you're too low on the Saints. That's your guy is Chris Olave. So did he get it done for you last week? I can't remember.
He got about a solid 11 spot or something.
Oh, there you go. You said you've never worn a condom for, but you played Chris Olave on a main slate.
That was actually a condom play. Yeah.
You could strap that thing on anytime you want there, buddy. You play Chris Olave. Just strap that thing right on.
He keeps being 4,700. I'm going to keep being suckered into playing.
He's going to keep being 4,700. I'll tell you that right now.
And every week you're going to be making fun of me.
Perfect. Oh God. All right. Broncos and Chargers. This is, I think, the second best matchup of the week here. The Rams Philly is definitely, I don't know why my screen keeps doing this, the best matchup, but I think this is the second one, Tony. And you said you think the Chargers are going to the bowl. I mean, that's what you said. So I don't want to take it out of context, but playing Denver, I mean, what are we thinking here? Denver, Chargers. I know you like both teams, so I don't want to make it sound like you're just on one side, but what do you like here?
Yeah, and I like Denver against teams that are soft is one of the things I like. I like the Chargers against teams that are soft too, honestly, because I know they're gonna just smother people. So they're both strong in the same areas. I just love how the Chargers match up with Denver. The hard part is it does look like a trappy number though, because Denver's physical too. They match up good, and it makes a lot of sense. So last year, in LA, it was 34-27. In Denver, it was 23-16. Chargers won both games. I think it was similar spots too. Like last year for the Chargers, it was the same spread, 2.5, exact same as this. The total was 41.5 last year. So it shows you how much better the offenses are this year. 4 points better. Spread was 2.5 though, and they won 34-27. So it's actually interesting to me that I would think with these two defenses and physical play that it would be like 41. So being 45.5, I definitely like the over. And Denver kind of just got carved a little bit by the Colts. I think the over is a really good play the more I'm thinking about it. The Chargers offense looks pretty underrated. The Broncos offense is probably underrated as well. Denver's defense is awesome. But Harbaugh and the Chargers, man, they just know how to scheme. And I'm going to be on the Chargers and the over. That's my second total.
Yeah. So I actually am with you here, even though I'm high on Denver for the season. I really like the Chargers in the spot. And I like the over as well. You're going to see this all year, but against like inferior teams, this Denver defense is going to smother. But against good teams or teams that I view as like pretty good, which I think the Colts are starting to prove that. I think the Chargers have proved that already, kind of, that can pass, like that have the weapons to still pass against this team and go pass heavy, which we've seen the Chargers do against the Chiefs. And I don't know if it has something to do with, Tony, the fact that maybe they don't trust the run game as much without Slater, who went down for the year, and the rookie at running back in Najee. The run game's been off for the Chargers. And maybe that's just right now their style while they figure things out in the run game. But I like that style against Denver. I think you have to attack these defenses that everyone views as like, like, oh, they're really tough. You just got to go right at them. And Justin Herbert is a gunslinger. He's going to go right at these guys, and he's going to throw the ball downfield, and he's going to challenge these corners and safeties who are good. You're right. They are very good. But I think that's how you beat teams like Denver. But I also love the over because I think that's how teams like Denver also push it offensively and don't get into like a defensive slugfest battle like they got into with the Titans. And I think they get more into a battle like they got into with the Colts. And that goes way over this total for sure. So I'm with you. I like the over in this game, and I think it's a shootout. I think this game could go way over the total, honestly. Like I think it could be way over. So yeah, I'm liking it, and I like the Chargers with you at 2. And I feel like it should be like 3.5. Chargers at home. They look so good.
Light. That shows you that Denver's good.
No, I see. That's the thing. I'm not overreacting to that Colts loss at home. I mean, like Denver should have won, but like the Colts might just be good, and they were obviously on the road. Like I feel like the spread should be 3.5, and it's not, and that's another reason why. Like it just feels off to me. Though maybe I should be on Denver because it just feels weird, but I'm gonna go with Chargers and the over here. Let's go to the next game that I think everyone and their mother will agree they like shootout, Tony. They like over. It kind of feels in a way like last week's Jacksonville-Cincy game where like the total was high and everyone still liked the over. Like everyone was still like, this thing's going over, which it did, by the way, it did. But I think by the time we get to Sunday, this total could be 51, 52.5. It's sitting at 50. I think it slowly keeps climbing a little bit here. Chicago, 1.5 point dogs at home. I don't know if the spread flipped. I feel like it flipped, but I might be wrong here. But People definitely like Dallas, and they're lower on the Bears for sure. I assume you're similar.
I know one thing I'm happy about. You're on pink fingernail or painted fingernails this year. I was not on them.
Dude, this is
it
what
makes
you
me feel
do.
good.
I could say this 1,000 times,
Oh,
and you still won't listen.
because you loved it. Your coach, you got your coach and your scheme, and they're good at fantasy. I heard you. They're good at fantasy.
Yeah,
They
that's
gave up
not
a
what you're
zillion
saying.
points.
No, but that's not what you're saying.
You
So
love
stop
painted
saying
fingernails.
it. You loved painted fingernails last year. You said he was going to the Super Bowl, and I'll never let you live that down. I said painted fingernails.
Now you're exaggerating, though. I said
no. You like? I have the tape. You said Super Bowl Chicago Bears
50-1. Yes.
35-1 or 45-1.
Whatever it was a lot to 1.
All I'm saying is don't put it on me that Caleb Williams is going to have good fantasy production.
They got pounded last week. That was the funny thing.
They got pounded. But if you don't think that
these are the totals, though, man. These are what I'm saying why I hate totals, because everyone loves the over, and it's just going to go under. Like, I just hate it. Like, everyone likes the over.
That was the Cincy game, and that went over.
Yeah, but it was like kind of fluky too, though. Like injuries and turnovers, and
I mean that went over without Joe Burrow for the whole game.
Yeah,
that was weird. And
I will say though, I do agree with you. Like on paper, Dallas is like Cincy from last year. They have no defense, a ton of offense. Like I think this is my point. I think if this game was in, like, what would this total be in Dallas? If it was in Dallas, what would the total be?
52.5, 53.5.
I think that the difference between in Dallas and in Chicago with like wind and a little bit of, I just think it should be more.
Yeah, but it's early in the season. It's early in the season.
I know, I get it, but Dallas is the perfect setting for points. Like perfect. And I just, I don't like the over as much as you. I'm on Dallas, definitely on Dallas, because Bears just look. The Bears could be a good spot, though, because Dallas has no defense. It's just, man, the Bears' defenses look so bad, too. Maybe I will go Bears. No, I got to go Cowboys.
My whole take with this whole thing is I never said the Bears were going to be good. I just said that Ben Johnson was going to get this offense to a point where for fantasy, it's going to be relevant. And honestly, through 2 weeks, I think Ben Johnson did a good job. I don't think Caleb Williams did a good job consistently executing, but I think Ben Johnson has done a decent job at least getting people in the right spots and scheming up things to get people open. We saw it with the Rome stuff. And Caleb Williams, for all his faults, he has no running game, and he is just he'll make the tough throws and then he'll miss the easy ones. And it doesn't make sense to me at all. He'll have a dude wide open and he's just got to put the ball right on him. Like he's wide open, like he's staring you right in the face. And he's just got to throw him a good ball, Tony, and he'll throw it at his feet. And it's like he's a 6'2" receiver. How are you throwing the ball at his feet? He's wide open. It just makes no sense to me. It's baffling. I don't understand it whatsoever. But then he'll layer a sick throw over like a linebacker right in between a safety and hit someone in the middle of the field. And I'm like, which QB is he? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he just super inconsistent? I think what he is just super inconsistent. He's just not consistent enough to be an NFL QB. I think that's the problem with Caleb Williams, because he can make the throws. He just doesn't do it all the time. But for this game, I just, from like winning the game, I think Jalen Johnson is a huge loss for the Bears, the cornerback. He was their best defensive player pretty much, and he's out. That's just a massive loss. Their cornerbacks. CeeDee Lamb is going to shred. Tony, you want to pick for fantasy? I know you like Chase and Jefferson. CeeDee Lamb is going to, he might put up 200. Amon-Ra St. Brown smashed this team. CeeDee Lamb is going to do similar things. What's his 2 touchdowns? I might bet it right now just to throw it in there. He's going to have 150 and 2 touchdowns. I'm going to clip myself for this thing, and I'm calling it right now. He's going to smash this Bears defense. Absolutely smash it.
I like when we disagree on stuff. Like, I feel like you're on like the chalkiest side ever here and it's going to fail. Like, everyone's going to like CD, and I think it's going to fail. I think Dak's going to stink in this spot.
You don't like CeeDee Lamb in this spot?
I like him. I just think he's going to be over-owned for this spot. I think everyone's going to like him. This spot seems so obvious.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to like everyone's going to like pairing Dak with CD or George Pickens because it's just obvious, right? Like, everyone's going to want to double stack I'm just saying in general, CD Lamb's, like when you get certain spots.
I would say that's just how my mind's work. Like, yes, if you told me ownership doesn't matter at all,
right.
I would like CD.
I'm not saying you have to play Dak.
How many times in these afternoon games do these obvious spots just?
I got a question for you. Why can't you play CD and not play Dak?
I want to play Chase and.
That's your problem. Is you want to play Chase and Jefferson with one of Wentz or Browning. That's your problem.
I think this is I'm picking the Bears. I changed my pick. I'm picking the Bears.
Oh, there you go. Go in there. Go in there. Take your painted fingernails, buddy. That's your guy. Now we see it. Now we see who's who right here. Tony trying to talk shit goes right back in. I love that. That's my favorite. Besides the Carmelo Anthony one, that's one of my favorite just turnarounds, right? Live on the show right there. That's amazing. Z, lock in the Cowboys. CTK, he knows we're locking in. Garrett says Tony Sharp. We'll see, Garrett. Tony Sharp. He's a sharp guy, I guess, but damn, Garrett says Cowboys get waxed.
I kind of feel like this is a terrible Cowboys spot.
Okay.
The more I'm thinking about it in my head, the more I feel like it's just a horrible spot.
It's unbelievable being there. It's unbelievable.
It's going to hurt my feelings, though, getting on the painted one again.
Just wait. By Sunday, he might end up taking Minnesota over the Bengals. He might end up going the other way on that game. Just wait. That's why you
I could be talked into that, Mr. Wentz.
I'm telling you, that is the only quarterback that can make you go against your team right there is Carson Wentz.
I think Ferg was the best tight end play last week, too. I don't know where he finished, like in the pecking order, but his price is just too low.
I can't remember where exactly he finished, but I know he scored 16, which had to put him
without a touchdown too, right? Or did he score one?
I think he scored one.
He did?
Yeah, he scored one. Yeah, but again, it had to put him up towards the top. Now we won't get into your Theo Johnson call. I won't even touch on that call.
He did all right.
Oh, all right for what? 7 points or whatever he got?
I mean, he got 2 less than friggin' Fannin. You were like, he got 9.8 and he was 50% owned.
Okay, he didn't outscore Fannin.
I mean, he had 7 and Fannin had 9.
Not giving. Listen, I didn't give Wiley credit.
I don't think it's an L either.
I wouldn't give Wiley credit for the Fannin call this week.
I didn't ask for credit. I didn't want credit.
I'm saying you ain't getting no credit for no Theo Johnson.
It's not an L too, though. Like 7 for 2,900. 7 for 2,900. What are we talking about?
Get out of here. No one wants
Look
7.
At the tight end position.
Yeah, Fergie put up 16.
One guy. There was 100 dudes that busted.
And the thing with Fergie though is he was cheap. Yeah. Like that's the thing with Fergie is he was cheap. I thought Tyler Warren was one of the best plays. He didn't.
Yeah, but he wasn't like cheap.
No, he was 4,400 or 4,500. You're right.
You got to score when you get up to 4,500, and he only had like 11 or 12.
He only did, but he had like 4 for like almost 100 or something. Tight ends,
we always forget tight ends sucks. Like
they suck.
They suck. I mean, if you get points, like you did good.
The only if Trey McBride ever gets into the end zone, he's gonna put up like a score you're gonna want. But if he doesn't get in the end zone, dude. Tight end is just it's punt terrible. Down.
It's bad every time. Bad. It's just bad.
If you could find a tight end that gets you 12 or 13, kind of like what Tony's saying,
get in there.
You just jam that guy. If you have a take on a tight end, just put him right in there. 12 or 13 is getting you there. But all right, San Fran against Arizona in San Fran. It's a 1.5 point spread. Mac Jones looked pretty good, albeit against New Orleans. So he gets an Arizona team that is just absolutely crumbling defensively. They're losing a ton of cornerbacks here. Will Johnson, their second-round pick, who looks really good out there, he might not be able to go. Tony, is this a spot where Mac Jones has more success against Arizona, who honestly I don't think has looked that good this year?
I don't even understand this spread. I mean, granted, I'm higher on the 49ers than the field. They won week 1 for me. They won week 2 for me. Why are they only favored by 1.5 over Arizona? I don't get it. This is going to be one of my 3 picks of the week for sure. The 49ers, I mean, I have to take them. I honestly don't think Mac Jones is like that much worse than Purdy. He might not even be worse than him. Shanahan wanted to pick Mac Jones out of the draft. He got screwed into taking Trey Lance. He's always wanted Mac Jones. This game looks very easy to me. I'm on the Niners. Niners going to 3-0. I think Mac Jones actually got unlucky last week to get 22. He was close to the bonus. He was close to it. He could have got, and I didn't play him hardly at all. So that's another mistake I made. He was 4,000 against New Orleans, and we didn't really just shove him in there. That's crazy to me. And I did end up liking Josh Allen, which I think was a good play still, even though the problem with Buffalo, though, when you have Josh Allen, you're either going to be really right or really wrong.
Dude,
once they start running the ball, it's just
you need the game scripts to go right. Think about it. All the good Josh Allen spots, you need the other team to get up or to compete.
In theory, though, the Jets, we should have seen that coming with the Jets. I was wrong. I ended up playing we can admit when we're wrong on this show. I shouldn't have played. How can we play Josh Allen over 4K Mac Jones? Come on.
Again, I think it's more not we were wrong about Josh Allen. I think we were more wrong on the Jets than Josh Allen.
Breece Hall. I don't want to go too much into fantasy because we're already at an hour and a half. But
Breece Hall, though, they couldn't move the football. So how's Breece Hall going to do good when you can't move the football?
And Bills just keep running it down their throat. I mean, it was just a bad play. Give me the Niners this week for sure, though.
Yeah, I don't get this spread either. And I'm not even that high on the 4. I don't even think the 49ers are that good. Tony definitely thinks they're better than I think they are. But they're at home against Arizona, who I don't think is that good either. And Arizona's lost some people. And I mean, who has Arizona played, Tony? They've gotten the easiest start to a schedule of just about anyone. Everyone says the 49ers schedule is easy. I mean, Arizona's schedule is pretty damn easy too. They got the Saints and the Panthers the first 2 weeks. I mean, come on. They haven't shown me honestly anything to be oh yeah, at home, it should be almost a pick 'em here against the 49ers, who I think has the coaching edge. The quarterback, I mean, Mac Jones, like you said, Shanahan wanted Mac Jones. This was his guy. He wanted in the Trey Lance thing, and he didn't get it. Whatever. Now he's got him. He obviously liked them, and he obviously thinks he can run the system. And it's only 1 week. So again, I don't want to overreact to he had a good 1 week, but I think he could give you salvageable weeks here in this offense with Kyle Shanahan. So yeah, I'm on the 49ers with you. I don't know about the over-under. I do think this game could be close, Tony. So I do think it's a close game. I'll take the 49ers in the close game. I don't trust the Cardinals, to be honest with you, here. So, all right, getting into the Sunday night football game, Chiefs and Giants here. 6-point spread here for the Giants at home. Where's B-Nair? Desk is rocking. B-Nair, I know he can't wait for this one. 45.5 total. Chiefs coming off of a tough loss to the Eagles, where I'll be honest, it was closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought this thing was not going to be close, and it was. And the Chiefs, Tony, the problem with them, they just don't have the guy right now. They lose Rice. They lose Worthy. Travis Kelce is out there setting picks and screens. He might as well be a big stiff just out there, doing the whole screen and roll. And I just don't think he's in it for the regular season. I think he obviously is in it because he loves football, but like I think he's in it to go to another postseason run and try and get a chance at one more chip. He's got Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, but this start is not ideal. Losing their top two weapons and having no run game is honestly another thing with the Chiefs that we got to touch on. Like their run game's just not there.
Yeah, it looks bad. I think I updated all my flowchart numbers, even though it's only 2 weeks in, but the Chiefs have been, I think, the worst team in football running the ball. They were terrible last year too, running the ball. They just don't. I mean, we're the Chiefs haters on this show, even when ODB's here too, the Chiefs haters. So finally, it's kind of broke our way out of the gate here with them losing both games. And I just don't see how you can lay 6 with the Chiefs in New York on Sunday Night Football. Like, granted, I think the Giants are a little underrated. Yeah, I don't know about that. I just have to take the Giants. I think the Chiefs, like you said, they don't have any weapons. Mahomes is awesome, but and they did win a Super Bowl on us with no weapons. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that year that they did that to us because I still can't believe it. But I'm still just going with my takes that they like, and I thought about putting it out because I did update my numbers. It's just so I could just do it. Some of them are just so big of outliers though right now that because 2 weeks in, I should just do it anyways and just put like the clarification that we're 2 weeks in, you can't, because I like doing it. So I should actually do it. But back to the game, I just have to take the Giants. I can't not take them. I think the Chiefs are in trouble. I love the do not make playoffs bet. We bet the unders on the preseason stuff. We're the Chiefs haters. So let's ride. Let's ride.
Yeah. I mean, Taekwon is actually decent. I like Mahomes.
The problem is, though, he's just a big play guy. He's not like a possession guy.
And the problem is Mahomes hasn't been good with the big play guys. That's been one of Mahomes' issues is just he hasn't been connecting on those big plays as much, and it's been killing them. But I agree with you in theory. Like he is definitely, I think, their most talented big play guy. Like Hollywood can still do some things, but he's not the big play guy anymore. It's definitely Thornton for sure. And then Juju's just a straight condom style play right there.
They don't have good players. I mean, I know they've won all these games and Super Bowls, but right now, their players are. But once Rice gets back, that makes an enormous difference. So I get that they're all wearing their T-shirts, free Rice. Like I don't blame them because they need him back. I mean, you need a weapon.
I kind of hope the Chiefs keep losing games because we might get into a Bills situation. Like if they lose a few games and then their like odds are insane. I don't know if it'll get too crazy, but like maybe we get really good odds with Rice and who knows, maybe Worthy comes back later in the year and like we get all the weapons back at one time, like, and they make a run. Like they still got Mahomes and Reed. So they might be a late season team that we get on later in the year, but yeah, Giants for me. Final game left Monday Night Football, Detroit and Baltimore here. Baltimore at home, 4.5-point favorites. It's a 52.5 total. Tony, this is the opposite of what I like with Jared Goff. I like Jared Goff at home. I like him in his comfort zone indoors, and this is not the case. He has Baltimore on the road. Very good team in Baltimore, by the way. And the total is high. I get it. Like these two teams, it could spiral and go over. But, man, I don't know about Jared Goff on the road like this. I bet against him normally, and I'm going to continue doing it here. I'm going to take the Ravens in the under, I think, at 52.5. Feels just a little high. Feels like an overreaction to what they did against the Bears at home.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good Monday night game here because you got a high total. Baltimore's just always going to have high total games too, and especially against a team like Detroit that can move it up and down the field. But I agree with you. I have to take Baltimore. I remember this game from either last year or the year before, and Baltimore waxed them, Wax City, like 45-7 or something. Like
it feels like it could be that too.
And
honestly.
Detroit was awesome after that. I remember them running off a bunch of games. It's just a bad matchup for Detroit. Even if it was in Detroit, I would like Baltimore, I think, just with that fast surface. I'm not a Baltimore fan as much as other people, but this spot, I do like Baltimore. I can't help myself. This is a game I want to watch, though. Like, this is a telling game because Detroit was terrible week 1, awesome week 2. Everyone knows Goff's way better at home. What does he do on the road on Monday night? This is how you earn our respect, Detroit. You go and
I'm sorry. That was good. I had to post that one.
He doesn't have a very good vertical. I'll say that. But
I mean, is that shocking to anyone?
Yeah.
But anything else here with this game? I mean,
I think this isn't going to be one of my like big bets or anything in the week. I'm excited to watch that game on Monday though. That's my game of the week as far as what I want to watch. I think that's going to be an awesome game. I don't think they'll blow them out this time. I think Detroit will hang around a little bit.
Yeah, I always worry when teams like put up 50 spots on other teams, then they got to go on the road. It's a bad spot for
Detroit.
It's a bad spot. All right, so obviously, guys, if you weren't here at the beginning, we're going to do this again. We're going to run it back. 3 winners in the comment section under this video. I showed the comment section. It's screen share at the beginning of the video. We're going to pick a winner for a swag package courtesy of us at runpuresports.com. So you give 3 winners. It can be moneyline underdogs. It can be by the spread or totals, whatever you want. List your 3 in the comment section under this video, who you guys like, your 3 favorite bets of the week. And Tony, let's do it for us here. Now we'll roll off 3 favorite bets, and I'll let you go first, my friend. Who do you got?
ODB not here today, but he did text me his 3, so I'll say his 3 first.
Okay.
Washington -3.5, Cincinnati +3, and Atlanta over 43.5 was his.
I like that one, ODB. That might have been my total. I like that.
So for me, I'm gonna go. Who did I say? I'm gonna say Rams +3.5.
Oh God, stealing my stuff. Come on.
I'm gonna say 49ers -1.5.
It's a good one too.
And we got to do a total for the third one. I'm gonna.
You can do a money line dog or a total. You don't like totals. Do a money line dog. Get in there. Take your Bears.
I might have picked one of those. I mean, the Bears, that doesn't even count really. They're -105 on the money line.
Yeah.
No, I'll do a total because I want the under in the Green Bay Cleveland game.
Okay, under in the Green Bay Cleveland game, 41.5. All right, you guys, 2 of my picks gone. Rams and the over in the Atlanta.
What happened when you're the host? You gave everyone the option. You gave everyone the runway.
Unbelievable. All right, I'm going over.
You need to get on the board if you went 0-3. You better dial in.
Yeah, that's why it's bullshit. I went 0-3, so I get the last picks. I'm going over in the Denver and the Chargers game. You know that I would have picked the Rams. I'm going over in that game. I'm taking the Ravens -4.5. I think it should be like -6.5 at home. I'll take that. And then my last one, I should just take the Cowboys because you hate the Cowboys.
Get in there and whoop me. Get in there and own me. You're allowed.
It's just not one of the ones that I liked. I'm not going against anyone else's picks too.
Like the video. Yeah, if you're watching this, give us a like. I mean, our likes have been bad. We don't ever ask for anything. Click the like button.
Bad. Please hit the like button. We appreciate
the like button so
likes.
JSU can get a dub this week. We can't have him going on.
I thought you were going to say so JSU can get a haircut this week.
I'm getting one tomorrow. I'm going in tomorrow.
I will say I called today about getting in getting in, and they just didn't. The only time they had, listen to this, was 2. I was like, son of a bitch. That's the only time I can't do is 2 o'clock. I said I can do any other time pretty much besides like 2 to 3:34. And he was like, sorry, man. God. I'll just take the boys, I guess. I'll take the boys.
Yeah, get in there on the boys. The boys are back in town.
I love these two. ODB, definitely. We're on the same. But Rams and Falcons over. Love those 2 picks. But here's all the picks here. Got the slip right here, Tony.
He lives a good life, Lycan. I mean, it must be nice to only be busy at 2 p.m. I mean, he lives the good life, Lycan. That's when you're rich and happy.
Listen, the wife is working until like 11 tonight. I mean, what do you mean? Who's going to tell me I can't go get a hair? Trust me, she wants me to go get a haircut anyways. That's why I called. I never call. I'll just I would wait. Tony knows this. I'd fucking wait like another month. I wouldn't care. But she's like, can you please get a haircut? She said it to me yesterday, and I was like, fine. You did say please. I get when they say please is when I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Well, she don't normally say please like that. So Bengals +3, over 43.5 in the Atlanta Carolina game. Rams +3.5, San Francisco -1.5, under 41.5 in the Green Bay Cleveland Browns game, over 45.5 in the Denver Broncos Chargers game, Baltimore -4.5, and the boys
-1 week this year we're gonna go 9-0 and hit a parlay, and everyone that watches the show is gonna be rich.
I gotta put this thing in too. I'm gonna
always gotta just put like $10 on it or $50 or something.
Yeah, whatever it is. So $50 on it, something like that.
Just imagine if that thing hit 1 week. It'd be fun.
Man, I can't wait. It's gonna happen. Like you said, it's gonna happen one of these weeks. We're gonna all be rich. We're gonna be rich together. Everyone's gonna be rich.
It would just be so fun if a show parlay like that hit. It'd be electric.
Yeah, see, we love the people that bet everyone. You got to just sprinkle. Even if it is like $5, dude. Who cares? Like $5 to win.
$5 gonna pay a lot of money when they all win.
What is $5 actually? Let's see. What is $5?
Look at that. It went 1,600. You can't beat that.
1,600. I mean, how can you beat that thing? $50 wins 16K. Yeah, like those are fun bets. I love that stuff. But all right, that's gonna do it here for the show, guys. Like whoever said in the chat, please like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel here as well, so you get notified every time we go live for these free shows. Me and Tony will be back same time, same place tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time, to talk about the showdown slate with the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. So don't miss out on that, and don't miss out on any of the content over at runpuresports.com. Big T, final thoughts here, buddy?
What do you think of our boy Big Bill gave me this nice hat, Donato's Bengals sponsor. I like this hat. We got some new hats coming too, but I like this hat he got me. You know how picky I am with stuff. I like hats like this.
You are so picky. So the fact that you're shouting it out and wearing it on the show,
I keep pointing it the wrong way. I like how they put that right there though on the side. Like I like the look of it. I wouldn't mind a Run Pure this same hat.
Can you get a Run Pure with Run Pure Sports on the side?
Yeah, I need to look at it because I like this exact hat. It's pretty
solid hat. So what it should say is like RPS on the front where it says Cincy, and then it should say Run Pure Sports on the side. That's what it should say.
I like
that. That's what it should fucking say. And then you sign that bitch. You start signing hats. That's what we got to do. We got to get some Big T signed hats. I know the people want Big T signed hats. So, all right, we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck in your bets on DraftKings, and of course, hopefully we hit this 9-team parlay and everyone is rich. Until next week, for Big T, I am JSU. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out of here.